Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife video for you, and today I have something I'm really excited to bring to you guys. There have been a couple more videos of this out. This is the WorkSharp Precision Adjust Knife Sharpener. I waited a little bit to review it because I wanted more time with it. I did get this early before they were released. They were released on the 15th of November, 2020. It's now, the 21st. But I had a couple more questions I want to get answered, and I just wanted more time with it because honestly, it's so damn good that I just wanted to make sure I wasn't insane. And a couple more people have given it very, very positive reviews as well that know a lot more about knife sharpening than I do, such as Neves Knives. I will link to his video down below. Please go check that out. He's probably going to be more thorough than I am. I will say, try not to criticize my knife sharpening techniques here. We're talking about the product. Everybody has their own unique little things they do when they sharpen. I really enjoy sharpening. I'm decent at it. I don't claim it to be like amazing. There are some steels that I will definitely send off to smarter people, such as Jared. I haven't sent him anything yet, but I have a couple in the pipeline that I'm probably going to send him at Neves Knives. He's a great sharpener. He's really, really good. There are some steels I just don't want to deal with. But today we are going to kind of delve into the deep end while I review this $50 knife sharpening system. It is a precision angle adjust $50 system that is really, honestly, anything that anyone needs. I'm going to give the conclusions at the beginning instead of at the end, because if you guys don't want to sit through watching all the sharpening and kind of an odd camera angle, if you are a beginner knife enthusiast or maybe even a long-time knife enthusiast and haven't popped on a sharpening system yet, this is the closest thing to a must-buy that I've ever seen in knife sharpening. Is it as good as a $300 KME system with all the stones and stuff? No, of course it isn't. But it's pretty damn good for 50 bucks. It is a superb value. I'm going to show the box here really quick because it probably, the picture on the box probably displays it better than I can on this camera angle. And then we'll go into a sharpening thing. So yeah, this is the Precision Adjust Knife Sharpener. You can see how it works there. It has a little clamp system. A lot of things are all magnetic. I do like you just turn this little dial to adjust the angle on there that you want, which is great. So yes, it is very precision adjust. This is magnetic, the little clamp system. Clamp system works very well, especially even on like Spydercos and stuff that don't have any flat edges. It still works really, really well. That's one problem I have with my Viper Sharp. I love my Viper Sharp, and my Viper Sharp will put a mirror polished, screaming awesome edge on it because I have every single stone for it. But for things like Spydercos, they have no flats on the blade. The clamp doesn't work extremely well. It works okay, but you have to kind of fiddle with it a bit. This, you don't. Again, runs on magnets. Magnets, how do they work? You can also just rotate it once you're done one side. You can, do your thing, and then push a button in the back and rotate it. I honestly don't do that. I just cheat and flip it. It seems easier to me than pushing that button in the back. The button in the back is has a bit of resistance on it sometimes. Pretty solid little base. It is all made of plastic. Man, 50 bucks. And you are getting, if you can see on here, they're probably going to be upside down, but you start out with a 320 grit diamond stone, a 600 diamond stone, and then a ceramic, which you can see I have used this quite a bit. I used a little bit of eraser to try and get some of that off. A little pro tip on your ceramic stuff. You want to get all that black stuff off, pretty easy. Just use your regular eraser, and it works pretty darn well. So what knife am I going to be sharpening? We'll do a little demo here. I'm diving right in, man. I have so much confidence in this thing because I've been using it for a while. I'm sharpening my Hindra XM18 skinny no choil slicer. Is there a spear? Slicer. And it's one that I carry a whole lot. It definitely does need to be sharpened. It's not horrible, but it does have a couple little, not quite chips, but little dingies in it. We're gonna go dive right into the M390. I have not sharpened M390 with this before, but I have confidence that it's going to be absolutely fine. Do a little paper cut before test. Again, I'm not an awesome sharpener, so don't expect to see amazement here. And you can get pretty shiny edges off of this. You can definitely, if you have a strop, you can really sharpen it up to be very shiny, but yeah, you can see it's just a little, it's catching just a little bit here and there. It's still pretty sharp, but we're just gonna do a little touch up basically. There's just a couple little rough spots on there that I wanna take care of. So, pretty simple. I'm gonna loosen up the clamp, and then I use the kind of lazy, I guess, Sharpie method to get the angle on it. Because I don't have like an angle measure or anything, so what I do is just take, gotta put my speckies on, because I am an old, and this is what my people do. There we go. Now I can actually see. So a little, you just try and match it and just fill in that. Am I on the camera? Sorry, I can't see the camera right now, so if I go off camera, I do apologize for that. Just a little bit. See, so I just kind of filled in that, and then we're just going to adjust it. I'll probably do it on the 600, just to get the bevel right, just to get the correct angle. So I'm probably going to use the wrong terminology here. This is about the system. It is not a review of me and my, oh, righty tighty, lefty loosey, Brian. There we go. This is a review of this product, not of my knife sharpening skills. So we're going to scooch this up just a little bit more, so we're a bit more centered. Just going to make a couple little quick passes. It's not going to be that high, right? I don't know what I was sharpening. They had it cranked all the way up to almost 25 degrees. Again, you just turn this little knob here, and it goes right through. It's very easy to get right. I'm going to take a wild guesstimate. We're going to do 22. It's a hinderer, but it's a skinny, so then you can just kind of see how much am I getting off of there, which is, the answer is virtually none. So, and you can see it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it's taking off the top part. So I'm going to go a little higher. Actually, what I had it at last is probably about right. And this is not sharpening, this is just testing the angle. Just a touch more. Wow, it is like 20. And once you see all that black disappear, you know you've got it. And just a skosh more. Yeah, it is about 24 degrees. Wow, I was right in the first place. So that's how I do the angle stuff. There are more precise ways to do it. There are tools to do it, but as you can see, the stones just kind of rotate, which is pretty cool. So, and they just kind of, click and lock in. And this one I'm off a little bit. There we go. So we'll start out with the 320. You can like measure passes if you go all the way like this. I kind of prefer more of an up and downy sort of motion across here. So honestly, I just kind of go by time, and I try and keep it, pretty even as to the amount of time that I'm going. So I'm actually looking at my watch right now, and we're just gonna do one side, and then I'll look again and see. Very easy, nice little cool thing to grab a hold of. And the base is all right. You probably are going to want to put another hand on it. This 320 is pretty gritty and pretty loud. So we'll see if you guys can hear me. I feel like Bob Ross right now, by the way. Pretty little strokes on the pretty little blade. And you just try and be even across the whole thing. I know some people are really particular about getting all the grind lines the same. I'm really not. But what you're going to see is that in just a few minutes, even on M390, I bet, again, first time I've done M390 on this, you're going to get a very, very, very good working edge in a very, very, very short amount of time. Again, can you do better spending an hour on a KME? Hell yeah, you can. But that's not what this thing's about. This is about, you're a real user and beginner knife enthusiast. All right, we're going to call that good. That's probably even a bit more than I needed to do. So that was, about 25 seconds, according to my watch. So we're going to pop this off. See, Yeah, I'm going to do it the proper way, but it's kind of a pain. I think it's easier just to yank the thing off. Now we're going to go back at it again. On the other side, it does keep the angle locked though, which is nice. Is that? I think I might have... No, it didn't move. I thought it moved for a second there. It hadn't moved on me before, so that would have been very odd. Happy little strokes. Some people just like to go like that. That's probably fine too, but... And sometimes I do that, but... I feel like you get a bit more... It goes a bit quicker like this, which doesn't seem like it would, but I don't know. To me, it seems like it does. Again, sharpening is about 20% art, probably. And I forgot to look at my watch, so we're just going to estimate if I've done the same amount of time or not. I mean, we have it here on the stand. If it's a bit off, we can fix it. And this is probably extremely exciting for people. Okay, so let's clean off some of the gunky gunk. You can see now it's pretty... We're just going to pop this off. It's... Yeah. A very, very toothy edge. It's pretty freaking sharp, though. You could definitely still cut some stuff with it. But obviously, only doing a 320, it's very, 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 very toothy. So we'll switch to the 600. Again, these are diamond stones, so that's why I'm willing to do, you know, with the M390, because super steels like this, you do want diamonds, but these are diamonds. And by the way, these are going to be available as replacements. They aren't right now because obviously they just came out with them. They're pumping them all into it, but they are absolutely, I did confirm with Worksharp, they are absolutely definitely going to be selling replacement stones and possibly even optional stones down the road. So you may be able to get, you know, a 12, something between, because there's something I would like to have between the 320 and the 600. I know Neves and I said the same thing, and I agree with them. Be nice to have something between that. You may be able to get different stones for it. So they're very easy to replace. So you'll be able to buy another set of stones if you wear them out, which is really pretty freaking cool, honestly. I like that you can just kind of move this around a little bit. It's not so big, you know, like my Viper Sharp or like the K-Mias. We're going to move that little grommet down a little bit so I can make some longer strokes. There we go. There's little rubber grommets on the on that little guide rod. Yeah, that's better. I thought I felt a bit constricted. And again, this is M390. If you were using, you know, 14C28, S35, something like that, you would be chewing through this a lot faster than I am. But I wanted to just show how confident I am in this thing, how much I like it, because this is my freaking knife. This is I'm a huge hinderer nerd. This is my most carried hinderer by quite a wide margin. This is absolutely 100% definitely my freaking knife. And I'm using this $50 system. It needed to be sharpened a little bit, and instead of busting out the Viper Sharp, I'm just using this. I think the Viper Sharp will put a much better edge on it. Absolutely, for certain it will, but this is really good. You get to a more than good enough, and you're going to see. I bet we're at 14 minutes in. We'll be done by absolute maximum 25 minutes, probably well before that. It just doesn't take long to get a really good edge. How's that looking? Again, I'm just going to pop the bag off. It's easier. Get some of the dust off of there. Yeah, you can see it's still a little toothy, a little chewy, but not too bad. It's getting really freaking sharp, though. Got a nice little burr going there. Now we're just going to do the same on the other side. Am I on camera at all? Close. Again, I apologize. My camera is absolutely not set up for this kind of thing. I actually almost went down on the, did it on the dining room table, but my wife's downstairs and she's in full boat Christmas decoration mode, so I didn't want to even attempt that. My wife's great and pretty even keeled, but I know my limits. Can you move all this Christmas crap so I can film a knife video? I bet she would have said, as long as I can stab you with it afterwards. We're going to spend a lot of time on the ceramic to make this look pretty. I can tell you that. Let's see how that's looking and feeling. It's feeling pretty sharp, I can tell you that. The little tiny, they weren't chips. I almost call them little burrs in the edge are gone. So that's good. We're going to switch over to the ceramic. We're going to spend some time with this one. Now this one I am going to go the long way on. Actually, we'll do a little combination thereof. How about that? I'm not going to totally get rid of those grind lines. It's just not... I could, if I wanted to spend all day here and wear out this ceramic stone. I'm not going to. But, because again, this is very much a user for me. It's going to wind up with a little toothy edge. I'm not expecting the paper cut test to be dramatically better. But that's fine with me. That's, like I said, this is an absolute freaking user for sure. Is my most carried hinderer. Sometimes I don't mind a toothy edge over a polished edge, to be honest with you. Sometimes it catches stuff just a little bit better. It's going to go like this a little bit. Try and... I did find earlier on another knife that did make it a little bit shinier, just doing the long strokes. Just a few of them. Yeah, that's not too bad. You can definitely see some grind lines, but you can also see some shine. You know, a lot of people think that, oh, a shiny, if it's not a mirror polished edge, it's not good enough. Nah, that's not necessarily true, especially like on a kitchen knife. I don't want a mirror shiny edge. It doesn't, go over a little bit. It doesn't grab anything. I mean, you're cutting vegetables and stuff. It's nice to have something that grabs just a little bit. I know I'm not consistent with my strokes before you guys get in the comments and say that. I know. Shocking to everyone. I am not perfect. And then this being my knife, when I'm done with this, I have a strap block. I'm going to show you. I have a couple of them now, actually. I'm going to show you the strap block that I would recommend for some of you beginner sharpeners. And it's nice to put a little strap on it if you want a little bit more shine. Again, I don't think it's necessary, but if you want that. And the straps are also nice just to give it a little touch up every day. So you don't have to go through all this. That you can just, if you use it a lot one day, you can just strap it a little bit. I'll do a separate video about strapping at some point. But now that I have two of them to compare, and then we're just going to do a couple like I did before on the other side. Just do a couple little strokes, not many. And clean that off a little bit. There's lots of dusty and stuff on there. Now we'll bring it up to the camera. I don't know how well that's going to show up. Yeah, you can see it's not a mirror But man, it don't look bad for that. And I could spend a lot more time with that diamonds, or with that ceramic, and I could get it really freaking close to a mirror. It's not bad. I would say it looks as good, if not better, than the factory edge. You know what? I'm going to hit this one a little bit more now that I'm looking in the camera. We're just going to do a little bit more on that. I'm going to crank it up. Just not hitting that edge quite as well. So we're just going to do this a little bit. I'm just trying to get rid of, I know I said I don't mind the grind lines, but that's a little bit much. Finagle that angle just a little bit. Finagle the angle. That's a sentence I just said. There, that's a little bit better. Again, you're not getting KME quality edges, but I could strop this up to being a mirror if I wanted to. And wow, it's sharp now for sure. So let's grab the paper, see how it goes. Again, I don't expect it to be dramatically better, but we will see. It wasn't dull, it just had those few little ridges of it. Nah, that's definitely better. You're not feeling what I felt with this. I could feel some little hitches. There are no hitches anymore. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And again, it took me, intro and everything, we're 21 minutes in. So this is like yeah, not bad at all. And this is M390. Again, if you have lesser steel, it's going to take you much less time to work on it. So, oh, my little koozie, or my little pad from EDC Specialties fell into frame. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. And definitely, man, like I said, this is the closest thing I've come to a must-buy, like in knife maintenance sort of stuff. I would say if you are just getting into knives and you want to know what to buy, and I gave you a list of things, and I'll probably do, that's actually not a bad idea for a video. I think I'll do that. Some WeHop bits and a bit driver, a decent strap block, of which there are many options, and one of these, some knife pivot lube. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll probably do a little what you should buy, and this will be on there. A lot of you guys, most common question I get is, what sharpening system do you use? I use several, but this is one that I'm going to be using a whole lot, and I think it's the one I'm going to recommend the most to people. If it's your first sharpening system, yeah, $50. Again, it is the, where did I put the box? I want to show that again. You're looking for this. It's a much better picture than I can put on camera. The Precision Adjust knife sharpener from Worksharp. Awesome stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Don't expect to see a whole lot of sharpening videos. I'm not the best at it, like I said. And I know it. Now, let your criticisms fly down below. No, please don't. I'm not in the mood for that. I've been Brian. Have a good one.